Hi, so I haven't posted anything in a while. Normally I do reading comprehension, critical thinking for adults, but I got sick and it's been about a month, just about, since I've been able to really make some long content. I've been able to do some on my TikTok channel, but the amount of content or the length of content I normally make over here is much longer, and you could probably still hear my voice. I still sound kind of bassy. I have very sensitive vocal cords, so anything respiratory rise just takes my voice right out. So I have to give it time to heal. But I do want to kind of go over some key points from our reading comprehension before we start moving towards critical thinking. I really think that's the direction we need to go. I would like to spend more time on reading comprehension, but I feel like that we need to start moving in another direction. So the main elements of reading comprehension that are good to practice, to keep focusing on, are can I relate to what's happening in the story? Do I relate to maybe say the character, the main character or a character in the story? Do I relate to what's happening in the story? Can I think of a situation that is familiar or something that's happened in my own personal life? Can I make it personal, not only to me, but maybe somebody that I know? So taking those elements and really using those in say whatever reading, especially fictional reading that we're doing. Other main key element is predictability of what is happening in the storyline. And that's one reason why we looked at children poems, because of the repetitiveness of poetry writing with the stanzas. A lot of times what is happening in the first stanza, we're going to see come up again at the last stanza. So looking at children poems and poetry is a really great way to practice that. Rap music is a great way to really practice that too, because rap music is very narrative and very telling of a story. So that's another way to do that. And that's something, if you enjoy listening to that style of music, give it a shot. You might find that type of narrative, and it really helps with that because it is extremely poetic. Rap music is very beautiful in that way. So, and if you watch Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl show, I think you can definitely agree with that. Anyway, so moving on. With reading comprehension, we can take those skills and then apply it to critical thinking, because with critical thinking, we have to pause and ask ourselves questions again. It may not be necessarily the questions that we use for reading comprehension, but with critical thinking, we need to slow down and pause. Do we understand what is being said? If we don't understand, what do we need to know to help us understand it? Is it the vocabulary? What words do we not know? Do we need to look up those words? And the great thing about improving our reading as adults are we're not up against time frame. There's no time test. There's no timed reading. There's no homework. You can do this all on your own and just practice your skill. Remember, your brain is a muscle and it needs to be exercised in order to grow and function. So I do want to move in those directions. Hopefully in the next couple weeks, we'll hopefully